My sous chef in the back doing a little bit of stuff in the sink. I think we should cut into it and take a look and see how it looks. This beautiful pork loin I've got here. If you watch my butchering video, you'll know that this came off of a huge piece of meat. But this is just going to be lunch for my wife and my daughter and myself. So I cut these down into small, more manageable pieces. What I'm going to be doing today is taking the bacon that I made in my last video. Watch it if you haven't watched it yet. And we're going to be wrapping this pork loin up in it. And we're going to be using an air fryer. Well, kind of an air fryer. We're going to air fry this because I've noticed online that air fryer videos get like 3 million views. So I'm just going to tell you what an air fryer is straight up. It's a marketing term for a convection oven. So my toaster oven over here, it has a air fryer setting. 15 years ago, that setting would have just said convection. They've dumbed it down for the public. It's okay, but anybody who knows how to cook understands that an air fryer is nothing more than a convection oven with a marketing term on it. And that's fine, you know, we need to sell these things to people somehow, so if that's more palatable for the public, that's fine. But for me, it's convection, it's air fryer, it doesn't make a difference. So if you don't have an air fryer, you can still do this exact technique as long as you have a modern toaster oven. Pretty much every single toaster oven that costs more than like 20 bucks is gonna have a convection setting or an air fryer setting, as they like to call it these days. But really, the benefit of an air fryer or a convection oven is the circulation of the air. So that when it cooks, it surrounds the heat around your food. Just same way that a fryer would work, right? You drop it in the oil and the hot oil surrounds your food, encasing the flavor and giving it that crunch. That's what the air fryer does with hot air instead of hot oil. It's really not that complex or that interesting, and it's really not that big of a deal. But, so we should all have an air fryer or some sort of ability to use an air fryer in our homes, mostly if you have a toaster oven or not. And on this, I just made a little premix of salt, pepper, some herbs, oregano, thyme, and rosemary. Nothing too crazy. Go pretty light on the salt, especially if you're gonna follow my bacon recipe and make your own bacon, because the bacon itself is pretty salty. I'm gonna leave this fat layer here because I think it's gonna be nice. It's not silver skin, it's pretty decent fat. I took a lot of the silver skin off. I'm gonna take some of this slimy fat off, but I don't know, this fat feels like it might be okay. We'll see, it should render down. And then we're just gonna put a nice light coating of our seasoned salt on there that we make. You can put any seasoning you want there. You wanna make a little spicy, put a little cayenne in there. Put some paprika in there if you want, because you know I like paprika. Whatever you wanna put in there, just put it in there to make your spice rub. Just remember your salt and pepper content. You don't wanna go too overboard because there's both salt and pepper in your bacon, as well as other flavors as well. So if you're buying store-bought bacon, you might wanna go a little bit heavier on the salt because the store-bought bacon doesn't necessarily have the same salt content. I pre-sliced my bacon off of a log that I had earlier. So we can take a look at this. This is our homemade bacon. It smells super smoky. It looks perfect. It is absolutely great. You should be watching that video. A lot of people already have. It's really worth the watch. It's a really fun video. It's really good food. And if you like bacon, then you'll really love that video. So with this, we're just gonna wrap it up. It's not gonna wrap all the way around, I don't think. Not a big deal. This loin was a little bit thick. It's no big deal. We're just gonna wrap this underneath. And then I'm gonna use this pan with holes in it because what it's gonna allow is when the convection oven sort of is putting the heat around it, it'll allow it to cook underneath as well. This is just the only reason to use convection or air fryer in this circumstance would be for the crispiness of the bacon. So that's why we're doing this, because this homemade bacon requires, you know, a nice render, a nice fat render in order to get crispy. So basically we're just gonna put it on this tray, and obviously you're gonna want a tray underneath it because this is gonna be pure grease just pouring off of here. So if you want to keep your house not on fire, obviously put a pan underneath this is like a roasting rack basically. Some of your air fryers will have little baskets in them and then just plastic catch trays. you could probably just throw it right in there. I've ruined a few actual like branded air fryers. I shoved the whole chicken in one. It's not a good idea. It can't handle a whole chicken. I'm not sure an air fryer, like one of those toy ones on your counter, is going to handle this either. So you might want to invest in like a $50 toaster oven that has an air fry feature. It's going to last you longer. It's better, and it has more functionality than just a pure air fryer. This wasn't meant to be a video railing against air fryers, but apparently I don't care for them. But the reality is, we're going to put this in the air fryer, we're going to cook it, and we're going to see how it comes out. Hopefully it's awesome. I think it will be. Stick around to the end of the video. Give me a like and sub. Maybe even share the video with some friends. I don't know. Do whatever you feel. I just really appreciate you guys watching. And let's see how this all turns out. Heat my oven up to about 375 because that's what I would do if I were to drop this into a fryer, and we're doing an air fry. So if the temperatures are the same, then this should work out just fine. We're gonna put it in at 375, let it cook for about 45 minutes. We'll check the internal temp. As long as it's over about 150, we're good. Technically 145 is your temperature. Some people will squirmish and like to go to 160 as if it were chicken. 145 is the temperature for pork. Just is. You know, we've eliminated trichinosis. There's no reason to go and kill your pork till it tastes like you're chewing on a shoe. So go for 145, 150, 155, push 160 if you're a little squeamish, but there won't be any blood in this. There won't be any color any other than pork color, cooked pork color at 145 degrees. So don't stress it too much. Well, we got her done. It's looking really, really nice. It's crunchy. I got my sous chef in the back doing a little bit of stuff in the sink. I think we should cut into it and take a look and see how it looks. This is gonna be pretty good though. The bacon is super crunchy. Obviously it didn't wrap completely around, so it's not gonna be like perfectly wrapped bacon all the way around the loin. If I had wanted that, I could have just cut a section of this off and wrapped it. But this is for our lunch. It's not for serving to clients. So the presentation isn't quite as important as it would be if I were in a restaurant setting. So all right, we're gonna cut into this and take a look. Wrap around here we did. So if you look at it from this side, you're getting a little bit prettier look. But let's see what the inside of it looks like. See what we're looking at. See how juicy we are. Oh yeah, I mean, wow. That is a juicy piece of pork, perfectly cooked through. We went to about 150, a little bit over. But as you can see, I mean, it's just absolutely dripping with juices. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful loin of pork. I am exceptionally happy with it. All that bacon flat. As you can see, we just slice it real nice here. Oh, that bacon fell off, but that's all right. We got one with bacon already on it. Look at that. Bacon wrapped. Absolutely divine.